Welcome everyone to my new price prediction for Litecoin cryptocurrency, looking for discovering what's happening in December 2023, the last month of the year, which is usually triggering bullishness. So we don't want to see any surprise, especially a negative surprise out there for that. Therefore, Litecoin is not something that takes the spotlight every other day. It is most likely a cryptocurrency which is in that kind of category of a sleeping giant, but at the same time, having the brake pedal pushed down partially, right? So it's not the pump and dump scenario. It is not a crypto from which you can expect a 200% increase in 24 hours, but definitely one of a kind that once it starts moving, it does it very strongly. Litecoin is still having volume. It's not dead. Even though people don't enjoy speaking about it, there is a lot to go behind. So make sure to follow me on my main channel as well. And by the way, before we get started, for those of you that value and appreciate education, believe there is room for them to get education at a professional level of trading, make sure to check out my one-on-one coaching program with me. Intensively and comprehensively, I'll take you by hand and teach you how to trade in a nutshell. I'm going to talk about this one at the end of the video along the way with the done for you trading, no prior fee, only commission for pure profits made, and we completed trading basically on API trading permission, completely outsourced. We have a ChatGPT bot that is helping us to perform the whole process. Now this is what's happening on the daily for Litecoin, guys. Definitely not in the best scenario, definitely not in the worst case scenario as we're looking at the picture, even though there is a lot of you that could say, well, Scrembo, you're still trading below 200 days moving average, and this is something you rarely see amongst today cryptocurrencies. If you look at the charts right now from the top 20, top 30, top 40 cryptos, you don't see them trading under 200 days moving average. I would not deny that. I cannot deny that, speaking the honest version. But at the same time, all the cryptocurrencies that are today above 200 days moving average were below a couple of weeks ago. So just because this one is pretty much strongly delayed compared to the other alts, and that's the reality, right? So Litecoin is basically following the markets with a 10% force of what does the markets are putting together, which is why we're still under a lot of the moving averages, which are consistent at the end of the day as a confirmation mark for a bunch of traders out there. In order to participate, they want to see the 200 days below you. If they don't see that, they don't touch the crypto. That's what their desire is looking for. Now, we have a volume profile, a horizontal red line here, which is basically portraying a key level of the charts. As soon as we're trading above that, the main direction of prediction for the market is bullishness. There's also a question on the Anchored volume weighted profile link, which is basically a dynamic one, and I'll take the fixed one out and I'll take the moving averages out as well for you to see the indicator. We have an upper line, median line, and lower line. We are still getting rejected basically by the median line, which was also the place it met up with the 200 days. So $75, $76 is definitely a struggle for Litecoin. Well, Litecoin is not in a situation right now to waste time, but most likely as soon as it starts moving, Litecoin is going to print a movement basically to the first minor target that sits on $83, $84, and then the main target in this case scenario is basically the top of the Anchored profile. This is where we look forward on $90 with retracing and staying in the upper side of the indicator for a while and then pushing basically for the major supply level. Although, if Litecoin has the ability to push towards the major supply level, revisit basically the top line of the Anchored profile, it will go basically to hit the target that is hiding right there on the trending line, which is going to be much, much higher. Of course, this is going to take time. I'm going to put out a video of prediction for 2024, but right now the picture is most likely portrayed around numbers below $100 if everything stays, of course, in the range of charts. If we have discussions with external inputs towards Litecoin, we have some great news that you can expect this cryptocurrency to do 40-50% in a matter of 3 to 4 days. right? So that's something out of the charts. That's more of a external factors that are influencing. 42% right there. Definitely doable. Definitely seen those things in the past done by 57% in 39 days. 62% done in 20 days. So Litecoin is obviously not a dead one. 73% done in 59 days. What's happening right now? We did 27%. It's like the rally didn't even start yet with Litecoin, but it will start basically. So all the cryptocurrencies that have not moved, and it's very important to understand the fact that the ones that have not moved are actually the ones that are searched by a lot of the traders, because they will move. So simply said, they are the next ones. There is actually a queue out there. If you have been following the markets for years, I've been trading since 2014, cryptocurrency full-time. And this pattern repeats over and over again. There is a queue in the way the markets are basically taking care about the assets. This is how I'd like to say, taking care about the assets. I don't think it is very smart, financially speaking, to try to diversify in all the cryptocurrencies by pushing them, all of them at the same time. I think it is much better to calibrate your majority of resources into a category of cryptos, push those guys up, make the money with them, get out of those or leave them flat, take money, take the profits, and work with the other cryptocurrencies with the next category that you didn't push. If you saw, there is delays between movements. You might have Solana ranging around, and there is basically, for example, XRP or Celestia or Polkadot Cardano that moves strongly during the day when Solana is not, or when Ethereum is pretty much slowing down or having a small bleeding, right? So this is basically how the markets are actually portraying themselves, which is why Litecoin is not something that you should categorize as a complete disappointment. I wouldn't say that disappointment word should be attached to this one at all at the moment, as soon as we still have the ability to hold on these levels, and we are basically finding a good time. It's still the daily. Let's just have the monthly closing. Monthly of November, basically we had the monthly closing, I'm sorry. We're out here in December already. So a bit of confusing out there, but it's still good. That's pretty much all. No other things to say. I don't want to make this video longer than it's needed. I think this is a straightforward information on the topic. If you enjoyed, like the video. If you are looking forward following me on more materials like this, then simply subscribe to the channel and make sure to turn on the bell. Beautiful. Again, if you value education, there is a one-on-one coaching with me. Find out more, jump on a free call with me by register now, or if you would like to be part of the trades that I do, feel free to join. No prior fee, only commission from the profits we make. Enjoy, guys. Like the video, and we'll talk to you soon.